Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our bizarre adventures through Katawa Shoujo. I am your host, Ryan, aka Ryman. What did I do the last time? Oh wait, I remember. We painted with the blind people. Yes, apparently this school calls upon them to do all the art stuff. I'm probably missing some context there from my own poor memory, but whatever. Alrighty. My morning alarm goes off, and I flail about uselessly for a while until I remember that I decided to give morning runs another shot. I flail about, when I wake up too. Actually, not necessarily flail. I kind of stare up at the ceiling, contemplating life. It's like, do I fake my own death? I don't really want to get up. It's too warm and cozy. But you gotta. I don't know if this was my greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. No. I'm going to answer that right now. This was not your greatest idea. This was one of your worst ideas. It's probably in the top 5. I think number 1 was agreeing to meet that one chick back at the park. This is about my health after all. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made existence so intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. I don't know. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. I'm handy capable! Never thought I'd be able to resurrect that line in this playthrough. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Tick, 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 tick. You can hear her already. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. I don't think she leaves. I don't think she sleeps. I think she just runs. Well, I'm running out of patience. Yeah. It looks like she's already worked up a good sweat. Just when the hell does she come down here anyway? I'm telling you, she doesn't. Oh, it's you! And she's doing the cat face. Yay. I'm surprised to... What voice? I'm surprised to see you again. Why is that? Well, not many people actually managed to come back for a second try. The plot said I had to. She frowns, seemingly annoyed by the passing thought. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. Still, it was only supposed to be on a volunteer basis, so it's not that big of a shock. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. Bitch, it's 5! A shrug, and suddenly appears that she's forgotten what she was talking about. Oh no, she's one of those. She's a bird brain. The frown disappears entirely, and she's... Well, hello, computer fan that suddenly decided to kick on. Okay, the frown disappears entirely, and she seems to snap back to her previous train of thoughts. So, come on then! What? Nani? You're here to run again, right? Well, yeah, I kinda have no choice. So come on! Oh no, I find myself suddenly grabbed and yanked onto the track. And now the running begins. Things seem to be set on mirroring yesterday's run. I hope it only mirrors the run and not what happened afterwards. I'm now getting the flashbacks. Oh no. That is, I seem to be struggling while Emmy moves with an effortlessness that I find inviolable. It's incredibly bothersome to be so easily worn out, Join the club! I'm worn out crawling out of bed. I know I should be patient, work towards things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We round the track and start our second lap. Same fucking thing. Why did I correct myself? Emmy seems to have grown impatient keeping pace with me and begins to pull away. Bye-bye. I would use this opportunity to slowly make my way in the opposite direction. This is where I gave out yesterday. Will I be able to do more? Go for it! Or take it easy. I'm taking it easy. Fuck this sport shit. I let Emmy go with her own pace, and she doesn't show mercy, pulling half a lap ahead of me in an instant. I don't blame her. I hope that when she looks back, she just sees me standing still, both middle fingers up in the air. I mean, it's not as if I'm really putting up any sort of real fight out here, is it? Instead, I'm just running at a steady pace, which I should be doing, right? You're not wrong. Now that I think about it, you're supposed... A light jog is fine. This chick is going into full sprint. I think you would keel over and die. Oh my goodness, I picked right. There's no need to go pushing my limits at this stage of the game. God, is this even worth it? No! As we finish the second lap, I break off again. Well, at least he didn't collapse and, choke and die. Emmy keeps going, and it almost seems that to me she's disappointed. Wah! You know, it doesn't help the fact that her legs don't get tired. She's cheating, really. Well, that's stupid. This is dumb. I don't have anything to prove to her. She don't know me. She don't know where I've been. Come to think of it, I've got nothing to prove to myself either. I'm just fine the way I am. And what I'm not is a runner. We're more of a lover. That's a lie. We're more of a fighter than a runner. This was probably a bad idea. Where is the opera guy standing in the bleachers? Just in the distance you hear, Mistake! As I'm running past him. Maybe there's something else I could do instead of this. Getting up this early sucks. Anyway, getting up this early sucks anyway. Wesker, a.k.a. Derek, no! I forgot to set Skype to busy. Oh my god. Fuck it, we're moving on. Get out of here. There's got to be some other way to keep healthy. Walking, maybe. Nice afternoon walks. Yeah, that sounds good. Running isn't for me. I wave to Emmy and head back to my room. I'll think of something else later. Competitive paintball. Oh! Back in my room, the first thing I see is the familiar roll of medication and bottles lined up on top of my dresser, and it makes me depressed, as usual. Whiskey helps any medication go down. No, don't do that! It was a joke, bro. It's annoying. I thought I was okay. I thought I had made peace with this thing. Gotten over it. What I really did, I allowed myself to forget that I have a problem. Being here really reminds me of the reality, and trying to fight against it just hurts. Well, now I'm bummed. Ugh. Reflecting on it is only going to do so much. I've done this before, for months. It seems like it's time to get over it. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. My life may be different from others. but it is a life in progress. That's how I rationalize it. I down the usual handful of pills, trying to push the sudden dreary feeling out of my head, then prepare to head out to class early, as usual. As I step into the hallway, I notice my boy Kenji coming around the hallway corner, stealthily making his way over to his room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me soundlessly like a ninja hiding in plain sight, I call out to him. This was your second mistake of the day. No, wait. Third mistake. First mistake, getting up early. Second mistake, going for a run. Third mistake, calling out to Kenji. Hey! He jumps at the sound of my voice.
Oh, hey, man. I didn't notice you there. I'm really tired.
Going around, man, I don't want to think about what you were going around doing. I think it's more like you didn't see me, but that's not the issue. Where have you been this early? Shopping?
Nah, I wasn't shopping. Sometimes I have to visit the math teacher. Yeah, I figure it'd be a good idea to find out when the next exam is, since he tells you in advance if you want.
Well, that's pretty useful. So then, what's in the bag?
I thought I'd go shopping while I was outside. I need supplies to continue the fight against the vast feminist conspiracy.
Of course. Okay. I thought you thought you didn't go outside.
I wear a hat.
You're not wearing a hat. Should I tell him? I decide not to point out that he's not wearing a hat. An awkward silence settles between us, and then Kenji breaks it by pushing his door open slowly, releasing a creaking sound into the air that only makes the moment seem more awkward. He sets the bag down inside his room, and then closes the door. I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test date. Trying to take advantage of an opportunity to study is pretty diligent.
I never study.
I'm gonna let that one go. Yeah. Oh.
I just want to know when the next test day was. I'm still going to take it. Duh. I need to know so I know what day I can't afford to skip class. He usually sends out updates on that crap by phone, so I had to step out and check up on it.
And why do you have to go out when you can get it on your phone?
Hisao, he probably can't read the fucking text! He's fucking blind! I don't carry a phone.
What do you mean you don't carry a phone? You mean you just left it at home?
Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. Phones! I have no phone!
Why don't you have a phone? How can you not... My voice, I'm losing my voice. How can you not have a phone? No phone at all? No phone? Why are you having a life crisis about this, Hisao?
I just don't like phones. Actually, I'm kind of scared of them. I don't know why. I just think it's some kind of repressed trauma.
Repressed trauma? From a phone?
But basically, when I hear a phone, I get nervous. It's my darkest secret. I have two theories on it. Either I have some fear of receiving some unidentified, ominous, life-altering doom call, or I was beaten with a phone in the past. Beaten so badly I can't remember it.
Beaten in the head.
Well, where else could I have get beaten with a phone that would make me unable to remember it? The ass?
Unexpectedly logical. I feel very depressed now. Sensing this conversation is more or less over, Kenji opens his door again and prepares to head inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep, dude. Have a good one.
Class is going to start in like 20 fucking minutes.
I already did something today. Too tired to go to school.
Too close. Too close.
Hey, you need some lip balm? I accidentally bought 2 because I thought the store had started selling individual AA batteries.
What? Thanks, but no thanks.
Whatever, man.
What? What? He swiftly enters his lair, finally letting me go to class. For a change, I'm not among the first ones to come to the morning class. Instead, almost everyone else seems to be here already. Ooh. I recognize most of my class by their faces by now. Definitely not by their names. The names escape me still. Same boat. I am terrible with names. If we ever met face to face for the first time and you told me your name, and then 3 hours later, I don't know your name. 3 weeks later, I still don't remember your name. It's nothing personal. I just suck with remembering names. I have to remember you by your face. The class goes on lazily. I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school. I've even stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. The first days, I was pretty high-strung in class. Muto finishes his lecture about electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. So, as you know, the festival is on the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year, or else you all get beaten. Have a good time, but also come Sunday, please keep the meaning of the festival in your minds. Games and fried food! Everyone bursts out in laughter. I'm not reading that. Everyone bursts out in laughter except me. That's what that says. Yes, thank you, Mikado. What the... Might have missed some text. I'm not going back. Fuck it. The remainder of his sentence is buried beneath the ring of the lunch bells, and everyone starts packing their things. Muto deliberates for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to be paying attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. Woo! Ghost people. Okay. It's crowded in the hallway. Or as crowded as hallways in this school probably get. Most of the students seem to be heading down... Almost started singing a specific song again, but I know that triggers some people out there. I'm not gonna do it. Most of the students seem to be heading down for the cafeteria. People don't know. He's out. I think doing your fucking voice is what's wearing my throat out. You fucking lolly. That's a good drink. What am I drinking? Depends who wants to give me money. Tastes great, though. I'm gonna make you a one-time only, super extra special lunch offer. Well, I guess if it involves food, I'm not gonna deny it. Emmy's homemade lunch boxes, and the privilege of enjoying them in a private with 2 bombshell beauties. Who are they? I might have murdered myself with my own joke. Her overly flirtatious sales pitch echoes in the hallway, a remarkable feat since it's full of people. Emmy strikes a very confident-looking pose, as though as an attempt to one-up her own ridiculousness, puffing her very modest chest. That's a modest way of saying flat, and making for victory sign with her hand. Oh, I hear some of you people complaining. We've already established I'm going to hell. Sounds delicious. To what do I owe the honor of being invited? You stood there looking really lost and sad. I'm actually having trouble with my voice. This is a crisis. So I thought you could use some company. This is probably the most depressing region imaginable. So how about it? You probably really lonely and would eat that awful cafeteria you food all alone otherwise.
Fuck, she's not wrong.
I'm kidding! No, you're not. Sure, I'll have your lunch offer. With pleasure. Let's go to the roof! We've either already reached the rooftop confession or I'm about to be assassinated. Is Hanako somewhere behind me? The roof? Why the roof? Because that's where we eat lunch. If I don't get up there, then she'll probably wander off and then I'll just know she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself. Who will? Come with me! Without answering my question or waiting for a response, she grabs me by the arm and drags me through the hallways. If this is a running theme with her of just reaching out and grabbing me unexpectedly, she probably should be warned now I don't react well to that. People have gotten knocked nearly the fuck out. It's okay, they apologized for it afterwards. I attempt to make conversation on the way. Why do you have an extra lunch? Amy smiles guiltily. Actually, it's yesterday's lunch. I slipped in a running lunch and forgot to eat. Huh. You slipped and you forgot to eat. The stairway to the roof is a little dilapidated, but it's clearly been used recently. At the top of the stairs is a door, complete with a missing padlock. I wonder who the intrepid individual was that removed the lock. Oh, they've got the fence here to prevent jumpers, I see. Emmy shoves the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Oh no, it's the collector. Suddenly, a tall, dark stranger appears out of nowhere, standing imposingly in front of us. Emmy flinches back, almost falling back down the stairs. If she fell down the stairs, I wonder if she would just start crying out, I can't feel my legs! Oh. Hello. It's not Strange Girl, it's Rin the Collector. You can stop with the silhouette. Yipes! Oh my god, my voice. Oh no, this is terrible. How am I going to get through this? You scared me, Rin! Wait, isn't she... Hello. Noticing that Rin is speaking to me, Emmy looks curiously at me. You two know each other? I look confusedly at Emmy. She's that friend of yours? Oh, now I know why she wouldn't eat, and she'd wander off and not eat. It's because she can't. Oh, wait, she eats with her feet. Never mind. Rin has turned her gaze towards the clouds drifting above the school. She's already lost interest. I didn't know you knew this person, Emmy. The awkward silence lasts only for a few seconds until Emmy lets out a tiny giggle, shrugging the coincidence off. The coincidence off.
I invite yourself for lunch. If you know him, that's just better.
Oh, does this mean I don't get food? Or did you invite him for lunch without the lunch? What?
Neither. I have food for 3.
Nice thinking. Nice thinking. What? They walk to the other end of the roof while I stay at the clock tower for a while, taking in the atmosphere. There's nobody else but us here. I guess the roof is not as popular as if, oh my goodness. I guess the roof is not as popular as it is in other schools. A few run-down benches and tables are scattered around the edges, perhaps an attempt to make the rooftop less desolate. The small pebbles covering the roof rattle beneath our feet. I peek through the chain-link fence to take a look at the school grounds and beyond. Students are strolling in pairs and groups or around the quadrangle and at the cafeteria. You know, in my school we didn't call it the quadrangle. We just called it the quad. A few delivery trucks are driving past the school towards the convenience store nearby. Somewhere a watchdog barks at a passerby. Somehow, when I look towards the town center, the small town feel strikes me very strongly, almost palpably. The hectic lifestyle of the big metropolis is seemed to be so far away and foreign here. Nobody has to run to catch a bus like their life depended on it, or get their senses overloaded by the neon lights and traffic jams. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine. Looking at my new hometown, even if it's going to be mine only for one short year. Finding out about my illness and having to move away from home all came so suddenly, I haven't had time to think how I feel about it. When I step out of the shadow of the clock tower to the open, I feel warmth touching my back. The sun shines from a perfectly clear cerulean sky. A cool breeze sweeping over the rooftop makes me shiver, but only briefly. The wind carries the scent of trees and flowers, not smog and car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. Emmy settles on a bench with Ren in tow and produces one big and 2 small lunch boxes from her bag.
Come on, Misha. What are you waiting for?
Okay. Oh my goodness. This girl's literally being the death of my voice. Here I thought Misha was gonna be the one that fucking killed me, but no, it's this one. She is beckoning me to join them, making room on the already small bench. What was that transition? I seat myself on the corner of the bench to take as little space as possible, but it's pretty cramped, but somehow all 3 of us fit on it. Impressive view. Emmy suppresses a giggle and places a lunchbox in front of Rin, and hands another lunchbox to me.
Here you go, lunch as I promised.
Homemade, no less. I'm impressed. Wow, this looks really good. I'm giving the stressed sigh. Because doing her voice continuously after the long day I've already had is straining my vocal cords.
Thanks! I made it myself when I can.
Conversation dies off as I said about the business of feeding myself. Rin, please stop staring into my soul. Taking a few bites, I glance up and notice Rin definitely opening the lunchbox and popping a forkful of food into her mouth using only her feet. Even though I've seen it before, I can't help but be impressed at her dexterity. It's also a reminder of the sort of place I'm in right now. Will I ever get used to sights such as this? I can't decide if getting used to such a thing would be a good thing or a bad thing either. Does getting used to this place mean that I'm giving up on being a normal person? Or does it mean that I'm becoming more understanding about those around me? I'm distracted from my thoughts by the sight of Emmy tearing into her lunch as if it had insulted her ancestors. What is this face? This face scares me, and this face, I feel as though she's actually looking through the fucking computer screen at me, and not directly at me, like she's looking at something behind me. The fuck horrible evils do you see with your eyes? You seem pretty hungry. Emmy looks up, mouthful half full, and swallows before nodding. Fast metabolism, I'm guessing.
My morning run always works up an appetite. Which is great, because then I burn through lunch pretty quickly. Helps me keep my girlish figure.
What would happen if you lose it? Would you become a man? Would you I nearly choke on my lunch trying not to laugh. Oh my god, fucking high five, Ren. Or shit. No. Okay, we can still do this. We'll high five with our feet. I've seen two of my coworkers do this. They roundhouse kick, and their feet collide in a clash, and we'll do that for a high five. It's a figure of speech. Does your figure have to run in the mornings too? Do you always talk like this? I am not doing you both at the same time. Not like that, you dirty people! I think that answers my question. Never mind. So, the struggle to think of small talk and settle on the obvious question. How'd you two meet? Was it during like a boating accident? You two are the only ones left alive, and you helped each other survive because one would kick, the other would stroke. Rin seems content to let. No, please stop making me do the high-pitched voice!
Someone in the housing department thought that we'd be complete with each other well. So we were assigned in rooms next to one another.
Complement each other. Like shoes and a suit. What? Emmy giggles at my confusion. Put us together, we've got all our limbs, get it? So, oh fuck. So I started helping Rin get ready in the morning. I'm now dropping the voice temporarily, so I don't lose it completely. Needed that drink bad. I mean, you can't help someone get dressed every morning and not get along. Oh my god. I think my brain just exploded on how right she is on that. You can't, like, if you're helping each other, you literally get dressed, you can't hate each other. I think. I don't know. I see. Rin chooses this moment to interject. I have trouble with shirts. Right, that seems fairly obvious. Really? Kind of? This isn't helping, but at least Emmy seems to find the whole thing funny. She finds everything funny! Oh my god, like her and Misha would probably get along. Oh my god, if there's a fucking scene in this game where I'm stuck in a room with both Emmy and Misha, and I have to do a three-way talk, I quit. Because I will not survive. That, combined with the fact that Rin is generally curious, makes me feel slightly better and yet confused. I mean, you've got no arms, so putting on a shirt like one of those things that would be difficult. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking now. And I have run out of drink. It'll save me a lot of trouble in the long run. Rin nods in what I suspect is meant to be in a sage manner. I see. The conversation dies as I turn my attention back to my lunch. It's really quite good. Emmy finishes her lunch first and makes a contented noise. Ah, that was good. Emmy's voice is going to have to be on break until my voice recovers. As she busies herself with cleaning up her lunch, Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Sorry. With a flourish, she reaches into her bag and removes a trio of juice boxes. Juice boxes? Are we fucking 5? She tosses me one that appears to be cranberry juice, one to Rin that appears to be some kind of strawberry milk, complete with the pink color scheme. Why did I need to know that in parentheses? And keeps an equally pink box of some kind of fruit punch for herself. Rin's dexterous stabs her straw through the top of her box and begins to drink. I'm once again impressed by how flexible she is, but this time I keep my comment to myself. Somehow, I don't think either Emmy or Rim are the sorts of people to think twice about the way they work around their particular disabilities. Rin especially so. Indeed, she gives off the impression of being entirely unaware that she's missing any limbs at all. Whether or not that's a conscious decision is another matter. I'm honestly not sure. So, Hisao, how do you like it up here? It's quite nice, actually. I like high places, for the view. Thanks for inviting me up here. And for the lunch, too. Emmy grins a 1,000-watt grin, pleased by my response, I suppose. No problem. Feel free to eat with us next time, too, okay? I won't make you a lunch, you bitch. But you can bring one. But you can bring your own up here. No lunch service? I don't know. Emmy looks mock offended. Trying to take advantage of my good nature? The nerve. She giggles. Well, if that's your answer, I guess Rin and I will just keep eating lunch all alone. I'm suddenly assaulted by the most heart-rending puppy dog eyes I've ever seen as Emmy pouts. You kidding? It was a prank, bro! Bro, it was a prank! I'd love to eat lunch up here again. Good location, and the company's okay too, I guess. Emmy frowns a bit at my declaration of okay, but seems happy enough that I've accepted her invitation. I guess this makes us friends now.
Yay! My circle of friends has increased.
Or at least acquaintances. Yeah, okay, I'll settle for that. Oh, the lunch bell rings, signaling a return downstairs. Rin, you didn't finish your lunch again. I wasn't that hungry. If you don't eat more, you're going to fade away. Rin shrugs, as if this is an acceptable risk. Come on, we better get going. The three of us head down the stairs together. Tick, 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 tick. The afternoon class passes. Once again, I finish myself without a plan for something to do after school, so I head to the library to return a couple of books I finished reading. Walking inside, I see that there's as many students here as there were on Tuesday, all the more evident from the almost total silence enveloping the room. Boo! What was that noise? Where did you come from? Goodness me, has it already been this long since I've started recording? I'm going to take this opportunity to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. Save. I hope you had a wonderful time. If you did in any way, shape, or form, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Keep up whenever I post. Take a gander at my video library. See if you find anything else you might like, and share with your friends. Yes, I'm self-promoting like a whore, and I will catch you guys next time on Ryman's Bizarre Adventures through Katawa Shoujo. Bye-bye. Foot and mouth. Okay. Interesting chapter name.